It's Sunday afternoon, and I'm just gonna mellow out and try some new whiskey before going to bed, have my afternoon nap. I've got my reading glasses on already because this bottle has a lot of fine print on it. It is the Canadian Rockies. It's a 21-year-old Canadian whiskey. I don't know much else about it except that they were they had it at the whiskey festival, and I didn't get a chance to try it there, although I wanted to. And I heard that it was marketed first in Taiwan, where it received it was well received, and so they decided to you know sell it in Canada as well. And what's interesting about this one also is that it's batch number 001. So that's good. I don't know how big that batch is. It could be many thousands of bottles, but at least I got some of batch number 1. It says here, the finest grain in the world's purest glacier water from the Canadian Rockies make this whiskey you are about to enjoy. Okay, and then it's the same in French. Distilled, matured, and bottled in Canada. 46% alcohol by volume. That's good for Canadian whiskey. Usually they're around 40. Okay, here it says, distributed by Fontana Beverage Corporation. Who are they? Product of Canada. Extended maturation in oak casks has made Canadian Rockies 21-year-old bold and smooth with floral notes, complementing ripe fruit. While the sweetness of caramel is evident, the sharpness of the whiskey is tamed by 42 summer and winter seasons as the casks lie quietly in the warehouse. Sit back and take a sip. Let the whiskey tell you its story. Okay, will do. I've been wanting to try this since January, since I first heard about it, and now we're halfway through June practically. See if I can get this open. Oh, it looks like it's going to be an easy one. Yeah. Oh yeah, this little band comes right off. So the top comes right off, and it's a wood top cork, and it pops very healthy. Okay. Let's pour us a little dram of this. I think it was about $69 plus tax, so like 78 or so for a premium Canadian whiskey, 21 years old. That's about the going price. At least in Canada, you can probably pick it up for 30 in the States. If this stuff sells in the States. I don't even know if they, this is batch number 1, and it's almost like a non-distillery, an NDS whiskey. It's a no distillery statement whiskey. Maybe I'll Google it, or maybe one of you guys will Google it and find out who distills this. It could be that same. There was a whiskey I tried once that had a leather thing around here. It was I don't know, what was it called, Lewis and Clark or something similar like that. McLaughlin, was it McLaughlin whiskey? Something like that. And it was made in British Columbia. I'd have to go back and look at the reviews, what it was. I'm not entirely. It's got a very, I could say, typical Canadian kind of nose to it. It's got some of that caramel and vanilla sweetness from all those years in the oak. It's probably a corn whiskey. Judging by the nose, it's going to be a lot like the 90, which is from Alberta. The Century Whiskey 90. I don't know who makes this. Maybe it's the same people. Wouldn't surprise me. Not long ago I had the Century 21, which was excellent. And this might be, who knows? I don't know who distills this. It's got a non-distillery statement, an NDS. Yeah, it just says Fontana Beverage Corporation. Never heard of them. Interesting. Well, let's see. Maybe this is like the Century 21, but it's bottled at 46 rather than, what was the other one bottled at? 40 or 43% alcohol by volume? Let's see. Well, I'm getting hints of, like I said, vanilla, caramel. Maybe there's a bit of a fruity note in the nose. I don't know what kind of fruit, maybe apple, maybe. Okay. Well, I'm not getting much from the nose. It's rather tame. Got a bit of toffee. Bit of toffee and caramel. Vanilla also, but not quite as much. Let's see. And who knows what kind of casks they use. Were they first fill bourbon casks? Were they tired old bourbon casks, so that's why it needed 21 years to get any flavor out of them? I don't know. Let's see what the taste is. Whoa. Lots of spice. Lots of vanilla. Lots and lots. It's oak. You're tasting the oak. It tastes kind of woodsy, like oak. Oak, spice, caramel. More vanilla on the palate than on the nose. Slight. Oh, it just coats the mouth. Coats the mouth with that spicy, oaky, vanilla, caramel. It's very, very strong tasting. The 46% alcohol by volume really carries the flavors in this one. I don't usually start with such a strong whiskey, but why not? Let's take another try. Oh yeah, intense flavor. Beautiful. This is about the most oaky caramel vanilla flavored whiskey you can get. Intense flavors, very strong. It's a bit like the Weiser's Legacy, but without the rye. I'm pretty sure it's a straight corn whiskey. If there's any malted, there might be a little malted barley in there, but it's mostly corn. It tastes just like corn that's been aged a very long time in very potent wood casks, oak that is. And it says it went through 42 seasons, summer and winter, so hot and cold and hot and cold. Up in the Rockies you get hot summers, warm summers, and cold winters. And yeah, it's evident that the whiskey has breathed quite a bit of wood. Ah, this is special. Oh, that's delicious. These could be ex-bourbon barrels too. Delicious. This is really wonderful stuff. And it does not say what the distillery is. I'm going to have to look that up. But meanwhile, I'm going to finish this little dram. And I wish you very good health. Sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.